I would love to be able to play Verdansk for a couple hours and then it swaps over to Al Mazrah. We've never got to play Al Mazrah on these good mechanics, on actual good COD mechanics. We played it on Modern Warfare 2 mechanics. I'd love for it to then rotate over to Caldera. I'd love for it then to rotate over to Urzikstan. Bro, it'd be so refreshing.
Bunch of changes for Warzone that we'll be sharing more about soon. And of course,
they never talk about Warzone. Never. YouTube. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna check out this whole dev talk thing that it seems like Call of Duty's been doing. It's been like popping up and I've seen posts about it, but I haven't really like dove in and listened to it. I just kind of like really swipe by it because everything that they ever say is just a bunch of BS. But today we're gonna listen because I heard there's some good feedback. Let's check out if it's some BS though. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend. I'd really appreciate it. You can become a YouTube member if you want to support the channel any further. Catch you next one. Peace. All right, let's dive right in here.
Season 1 is a massive moment for us as it kicks off the entire chapter.
Massive.
From launch through the end of Season 1, we'll have 7 6v6 maps. We'll have 3 new zombie maps, a bunch of new weapons, gear, gadgets.
Okay.
This will be the biggest season we have ever done in franchise history.
Only thing I took from that very first, that intro is supposed to catch my attention. The only thing that I took from that was 3 zombie maps. Everything else just seems pretty normal and as it should be. 3 zombie maps is only like eye-catching to me because for one, we're supposed to have a classic mode and that's where like it's the OG Nazi zombies, you know, BO1 zombies even, where you start with a pistol, buy guns off the wall, stuff like that, and build your way up. It's kind of like, I think that's why BR's kind of hooked too, because you start with a pistol and you kind of build your way up into that survival mode. But they're supposed to bring back that classic mode to this. And then also, I guess they're going to have what they had in the beta. And that's what also caught my eyes because I had a blast playing zombies in the beta. And I thought that was a brilliant idea that they let us test it in the beta. Because that's also around a time where like games are kind of boring, you know, the new ones are about to come out. So it's like, if you throw zombies in there, people probably try zombies. I found the multiplayer part of the beta like incredibly boring. When they took SBMM out, that was kind of fun. It reminded me of the old Call of Duty days. But other than that, it still got stale really fast.
Before we get into Season 1, I can say that Nuketown 2025 will be coming shortly after launch on November 20th.
We're looking at our remastered version of Nuketown 2025 from Black Ops 2. See some vibrant colors and some cool
so this is the OG one then. That's actually kind of cool.
One of our new maps.
Hey!
Do we remember this lady?
Roll the clip! Call of Duty just literally hires anybody now. Check out what the senior producer of Treyarch had to say.
One of my favorite things in the map is the cat cafe. There's a karaoke bar, which is a lot of fun. Those is call outs where it's like, I got him in the cat cafe. That's gonna be fun to say no matter what.
Oh, what?
Yeah, unfortunately, this lady was an absolute joke. I had some people in those comments saying, like, I don't understand what she say wrong. Are you kidding me? This lady's probably the reason I get comm banned. Thank God we have Battlefield 6.
The first time players went to this Menendez compound in Nicaragua.
In what?
In Nicaragua.
Reason I get comm banned. This looks like Fortune's Keep, and they're remaking Fortune's Keep. What if they made it kind of like that with floating particles that you could like jump on to get up there? That'd be kind of crazy. Huh.
Compound in Nicaragua was in the Black Ops 2 mission Time and Fate. This map is a play on that and the fate of David Mason and Menendez through the Black Ops 7 story. Next up, we'll take a look at Odysseus. This map is based on the Black Ops 2 mission of the same name. And then we've got Utopia. This is an abandoned guild facility in Australia.
Yo, imagine when she goes on here, they're like, just don't talk about the cats. They're like, hey, do anything but tell them your favorite part of the map. Did not go well last time.
Project Synapse. So from the beta, we got a lot of feedback we've been actioning on with the team and some things we're picking up for Season 1. So Toshin, we were really aiming to get some connectivity to the upper lane while still keeping those sight lines in check in the middle.
Additionally, coming out of the beta, got a lot of feedback on automatic doors, so the team has also been looking through our entire launch portfolio and then our post-launch portfolio for additional opportunities where we can reduce automatic doors without disrupting gameplay. And of course,
am I the only one that hates these doors? I can't stand them. I don't know why we have to have them. Warzone, it kind of makes sense, and I'm okay with like regular doors where you could shoot open, but like the multiplayer beta, you can shoot it and they will open, like these new advanced doors, whatever, the futuristic doors. And it's kind of a cool feature, but it doesn't work. It just does not work. For one, it feels like they're out of place. It feels like they shouldn't even be in the places they are. They're just cutting off lanes and putting you in these little boxes is what it feels like. And then also, I like to snipe. And if you're sniping, you have to waste a bullet on shooting it open, and then you can look down that lane until it closes again. It completely ruins the game, in my opinion. Like, all the maps have so many of them. I think it just ruins, like, all of the lanes are just cut off. Like I said, it's like you're in your own little cubicles. I think they need to take the doors out, or like, yeah, because I can't think of any other way around it. It completely just takes out sniping from sniping down those lanes.
Of course, I have to mention some of the remasters we've got coming in Season 1. We've got our beloved Standoff, which I can't wait to get back up into Grandma's house. And we've got Meltdown coming. Haven't seen that
Standoff
one
a lot.
for 13 years. So we've got a ton of content coming
I
out
remember
from launch
pictures of that,
throughout
but
the
I don't
holidays
remember
in
that
Season
map.
1. We've got 7 new weapons coming out. I got to give a big shout out to one of my favorite assault rifles, the Maddox, coming back from Black Ops.
The way this guy's talking, I can't tell if he's reading off like a teleprompter or if he's just staring into my soul. It's like direct, you know what I mean? Kind of creepy.
4. We've also got some fun weapons coming, like the crossbow and the ballistic knife. And if you know, you know, there's a game mode that does require those 2 weapons. That's right, Sticks and Stones is coming out very shortly after Season 1.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can always hurt me. That's why they chat ban you. For real though, Sticks and Stones, one of my favorite game types from Black Ops 1. I used to love that, and the whole gambling feature they had on there where you could like gamble your, I think it was points you could gamble, or was it like money in game or something like that you can gamble? I don't know. That whole thing was like pretty cool at the time. I used to double down and all of that. The heck did I pause it on this face for? Yikes. I can't tell if he just looks stupid or if he's ready to put something in his mouth.
Of course, we've got holiday LTMs coming, and then I'll give you a little bit of a hint. We've got a brand new score streak coming called the Deadeye Drone.
That's just scratching the surface for multiplayer content. We have a lot more details coming before launch.
So we have 3 maps that are going to be
They always
coming
do this
in Season
thing where
1.
it's like very
Right off the
vague.
bat, we're
They don't like to
starting
throw
with,
it out there.
Survival X0115.
They like give us nothing.
Which is
They
one
say,
of the
hey,
2
it's coming.
locations in Ashes of the Dam that are kind of the furthest out. We're also going to be featuring a brand new round-based map, which is out of this world. It's one of the
W
coolest
round-based.
maps I think we've
That's
ever
my
made.
personal
And then
favorite.
at the mid-season, we're going to be bringing another survival map, which is based on the Cosmodrome location from Ashes of the Dam. So again, another location that's harder to reach in Ashes of the Dam that I think is going to be a really fun, tight survival space.
Looks cool.
Featured this giant rocket ship that's getting ready for launch. So in Season 1, we'll also
like
be
the one
bringing
from
in
Black
all
Ops
of the
1,
seasonal field upgrades and ammo mods that were featured in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So things like Lightmen's, Mr. Peaks, and Frost Blast will all be coming, and you'll be able to earn an additional major and minor augment for all of those, as well as unlock a second slot. So a lot more things to kind of discover and experiment with. So also in Season 1, we're going to be bringing multiple holiday limited time modes to Zombies. They're both going to be featured in the new map location that I can't disclose yet. There's also going to be other limited time modes that come out later in the season, but we'll have more details on those later.
We're bringing the biggest content plan in Call of Duty history to the live seasons of Black Ops 7. This includes a bunch of changes for Warzone that we'll be sharing more about soon. And of course,
They never
global
talk about
progression,
Warzone. Never.
Your time is rewarded.
They don't have
wherever
anything.
You choose
They're
to play.
scrambling over
We
there.
are not taking our foot off the gas. Season 2 and all of our other seasons are going to be
Battlefield's
huge.
taken over. I mean, they quite literally can't afford to take their foot off the gas. They have to come out with stuff. They actually have to do their job and do some work because Battlefield's taken over. Really, all we did is get a bunch of recycled stuff is what they said right there. Typical stuff for multiplayer and things that should come out with Season 1. They basically said, hey, we're actually going to do stuff this year during the seasons and have like the most content, which isn't saying much after last year where we had pretty much 0 content.
0.
So, I mean, it can really only go up from there, but I guess we'll see what this year brings. It looks like there's a lot of zombie stuff. Multiplayer, the only great news I've heard was SBMM is getting taken out. I have heard some rumors that Fortune's Keep is in a remake for Warzone. I wish they would bring back like Vondel, like a revamp of Vondel. I think that would be cool. And then also they said there's going to be a big map rotation. So we'll see what that's all about. Could keep the game fresh. Apparently, they're not saying just between the Blackout and Verdansk rotation, but just big map rotation. And like I said, it's very vague. They don't give us any information. It's kind of like a little, hey, this is coming, but there's no detail, not even a little bit. So you just kind of have to guess at this point. People are saying they might bring back Al Mazrah, Caldera, all those maps, and just put it into a huge big map rotation, which would definitely be interesting.
We feel it's important that Battle Royale remains a cornerstone of what we do. Okay, I'm listening. That's why we are expanding Battle Royale to include support for multiple large maps via map rotation. While it wasn't previously realistic for us to host multiple large maps, we've since taken steps necessary to support it. This won't be a launch feature with Black Ops 7, but it's a key addition slated for early next year. Please, early next year, please be fucking early, bro. Early. Back in the spring with the re-release of Verdansk, we announced that we'd approach change more deliberately to preserve the original Warzone launch experience. We'll stand by that, but we're going to increase how often we release updates and refine the way we surface new features to you. The goal is balance. Keep things moving without forgetting about seasonal support and quality of life improvements. Those are all a lot of fantastic, incredible words from the English language. Those are great words, okay? Now we need action, bro. Now we need action. That sounds incredible. I would love to be able to play Verdansk for a couple hours and then it swaps over to Al Mazrah. We've never got to play Al Mazrah on these good mechanics, on actual good COD mechanics. We played it on Modern Warfare 2 mechanics. I'd love for it to then rotate over to Caldera. I'd love for it then to rotate over to Urzikstan. Bro, it'd be so refreshing. These are good words, but we need action, bro.
I think big map rotation is a good option, but it's kind of like an iffy grounds because if you don't have a lot of time to play too, I know this was like weird with Apex, is like, what if you want to play a map and you can't play it because it rotates in like, you know, an hour or something like that? I don't know. It's just like they're gonna have to find a way to make it work. And Call of Duty's not really known for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this is gonna be a good Call of Duty? Are you more on the Battlefield side? Are you gonna be playing both? I'll catch you next one. Peace.